Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. So, today is interesting topic that talks about our attitude, the five factors that determine our attitude. So, the five factors, I will list them first and then we'll go to the details. Let me offer my prayers first. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namam Vishupradaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, the five factors that determine our attitude are: number one, false ego; number two, past life conditioning; number three, upbringing; number four, association; number five, willpower. So we'll discuss each one of them one by one. Number one, false ego. Let's take an example. Sometimes someone is traveling in a luxurious car like Mercedes Benz or BMW or some luxurious car, and they become very proud and they identify with their car like Mercedes Benz. And suddenly, let us say some rickshaw comes in front of them, somebody is driving rickshaw, and they come in front of them. They say, "Hey, rickshaw, move." That means he's thinking that he is Mercedes Benz, other fellow is rickshaw. So So basically, we know the person is different from the car. One who thinks I am the car, that is like example of an ahankara or false ego. Similarly, we are a spirit soul, atma. We are a servant of God. That is the right consciousness. But if you think something else other than the soul, that means we are a body. That is the effect of false ego. A child, for example, thinks that I am a child, and a boy thinks I am a boy now. And later, when he becomes old, I am old now. But soul never gets old. If you understand, I am soul, will never be afraid of death, as soul never dies. We have the true ego, which is servant of God and very pure. We never die. So false ego means identifying with the external body. Like I'm fair, I'm short, I'm learned, I'm Indian, I'm American, like that. So that's the first factor, false ego. Basically, if we assume a wrong identity, then our actions, our attitude will be determined based on that wrong identity. That means if I think I'm a body, then I will try to take care of the body only, not the soul. Then attitude will follow accordingly. Second factor is past life conditioning. Past life conditioning, uh, we see sometimes somebody is very, very nice person, but suddenly they make a big blunder. Why good persons behave badly suddenly? So we can explore it with another example. Sometimes in a godown where we store lots of things, sometimes when we are suddenly something comes, some harmful creature comes out of it because they've been stored there for a long time. Unexpectedly, something is coming out. Similarly, we have conscious and subconscious mind. Atma, our soul, as a soul, we transmigrate from one gross body to another gross body. But when soul is going from one body to another body, it actually goes along with the subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego. So that subtle body carries the conditioning that we have from past life into the next life also. So that means we are carrying certain habits and conditioning from the previous lives also. That is the second factor that determines our attitude. Third factor is upbringing, how we are born up, how we are brought up in the childhood. That also affects. For example, in the childhood, I saw everybody in the home fighting for everything. Then I'll get that kind of attitude of fighting all the time. Or if my parents are very loving to each other, then I will carry that love in me. And then when I grow up, I'll show that I'll develop that loving nature also like that. So that is so first factor was false ego. Second factor was past life conditioning. Third factor was upbringing. Now the fourth factor is association. This is one of the important things. What type of friends we have, what type of books we read, what type of videos we associate with. For example, if you're watching, that determines our attitude. For example, If we watch horror movies, ghost movies, then we're taking association in that way, and we'll get that kind of attitudes. You might have heard there are researches done when children are subjected to a lot of violence because of the TV, a lot of watching of TV, which is mostly predominantly a lot of violence comes from the TV. Then they also behave violently like that. Let us say in the childhood, somebody, parents or grandparents, they take them to temple, children to temple, and they hear the sound of the bell, see the deity darshan, and hear the Vedic chants like that. So when somebody is brought up like that and hearing Ramayana or Mahabharata, so there is a good association like that. Naturally, they will develop piety and they will behave in a good way when they grow up. But somehow, so similarly, if you have good friends who are pious, we'll also behave in a good way. But if we have bad friends who are, for example, somebody is atheist who doesn't believe in God, then we'll tend to get that kind of attitudes from them also. So if somebody doesn't value Indian traditions or Vedic traditions, then we also lose value for them like that. That is the power of association. False ego, past life conditioning, upbringing, and then association. The last factor, the fifth factor, is willpower. Willpower, this is the most important factor because this is in our control almost. It makes our personality and attitude, willpower. This means choice. That means how we want to mold our life. If we determine what our future want to be, and then we set that intention, then we can use the energy uh, to go towards that intention like that. If we want to develop a beautiful personality, then we can use our energy in that way. We can invest our energy in that direction. So, for example, one father used to say, "You should also drink like me alcohol. I want to give you my business to you like that." So then what will happen? Naturally, the child also will become like that. Similarly, our thoughts will be filled with negative qualities if we associate with people with negative qualities like anger, greed, jealousy, like that. How we use our choice affects us, affects our life, future also. So, for example, is ocean water a friend or enemy? Let's say we're going on a boat in an ocean. Then ocean water itself is not a friend or enemy. But let us say ocean water comes into the boat. Then it is acting like an enemy. But if the ocean water is outside, then the same ocean water is helping the boat to go cross across the ocean to other side of the other bank. That means ocean is acting like a friend in that case. So the choice we make is important. So human body, we should not allow negativity to flow with willpower. So we have to be careful with our willpower to make right choices. So negativity is not flowing. In this age of Kali Yuga, we are in Kali Yuga. In this age of Kali is described as the ocean of faults. But there's one good quality. What is that good quality? That one good quality is by chanting the holy name, one can easily purify. That is the best quality of the Kali Yuga. So if somebody thinks, oh, everybody doing bad things, I will also follow them like that. Then why can't I do that if everybody is doing like that? Then if we imitate bad people, our boat only goes down. Like if you see that others are putting water in the boat, uh, then we also put water in the boat, seeing them, then our boat only will go down later. So we need to make sure we are pure, and that can be easily done by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For example, another example, let us say there's acid rain coming everywhere. Somebody may say, everywhere is acid rain coming, what can I do? I just go outside. Then my skin will get damaged. But if I know that acid rain is coming, I can take an umbrella that will protect me from it. Then I'll be safe. Similarly, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is like an umbrella that gives us protection from all the negative influences in the world like that. And it helps us to develop right choices, to develop willpower to make the right choices like that. Yeah, we'll pause there. Harinam Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much for your association. Hare Krishna.